The other day, I posted a video of a small game I created in C++ that ran in a console window called Grid Poker. Essentially, it was a game where you had a 5x5 grid and you were dealt a single card from a deck. The objective being one at a time, you'd place cards onto this grid, and the objective was to make the best possible hands in each row, column, and diagonal. I paused it at the end of that video that I wanted to add a few features to the game, and so I've ported it over to Unity, and I've added those features. The first of which was the ability to draw multiple cards, and so you can see you can move them around, manipulate them however you want, and when you've got all 5 placed, you lock them in and you'll be dealt a second set of 5 cards. So it's basically 5 turns of 5 cards, which I think is a little more intuitive, a little simpler. I like the gameplay this way. It also gives you a little more player freedom, so you have a little bit more of an opportunity to see what kind of cards you're going to get, and yeah, it makes for a more interesting experience. Just straight up playing the game now, but it works pretty well. The other thing I said that I wanted to add was the ability to make it a daily kind of wordle style game, and I will demonstrate one of the features that I added with that in mind right now by stopping the game in the middle of it and then opening it back up. And as you can see, it preserved my game state. And the reason I wanted to do that was so that a player could not play to this state of the game and then refresh the game, so that they could basically have the foresight of knowing all the cards that they were going to draw. So if you make if you commit to locking in those cards, they're locked in even if you refresh the game. So I think that'll make the experience a little bit more concrete, a little bit more meaningful to your decisions. So it works the same way. The same algorithms determine how many points you get for each row and column. Managed to get just over 1,000 points in this one. It's going to track some stats like how many dailies you played and your average score and your top scores in the daily, and you can actually just play a random one if you want. So if you click new game, it'll just use a random seed, or you can put one in there if you want to have a specific seed that you try over and over. If you find one that's really cool that you can get a royal flush in or whatever, and you want to send it to your friend and see if they can get it, you can do that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it works. It works pretty well. It's obviously not too artistically inspired. I would actually go so far as to say that the version I made in the console looked better. But I've got everything working, and I wanted to show it off. I think it works pretty well. And I might do an artistic pass at it if I'm going to show it off to a few people and see what they think as far as that goes. And if it looks interesting to some people, maybe I'll try to actually add some art and make it look cool, and try to make it into an actual game. I mean, it is a game, but it's a little bland looking. I was thinking of making it I thought one thing that would be cool to do would be to make the cards square, because I don't really like the way this looks with the it being taller than it is wide, despite it being a 5x5 grid. I think I could make some square cards that would look half decent. Just do some pixel art. I'll come up with a theme for it. My mind keeps going back to my other game that I made, Spelling C, and maybe I'll repurpose that, or maybe I'll try a whole different theme. Nothing super speaks to me right now, so I could take that anyway. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.